This is Paul. Yeah. I thought I should tell you a story. You know what happened? I was walking over here and a seagull attacked me. No, I mean it. Okay. I was walking up the street. The seagull kept trying to get me. It flew like 2 or 3 feet above my head. I thought it was going to shit on me, and I instead. You ever seen? The bird was trying to get me. It kept flying back and forth, trying to. Thought I was its enemy. Now, I didn't think it actually would hit me because I'm quite a bit bigger than a seagull. But I took my hat off trying to wave it away from me, and I had other concerns that the bird probably wasn't thinking about. Now, the the question is, if I'm not there, you would say, "Oh, that's derogatory for thinking that my wife would have used her tits to get what she wants." She's not the only woman in the world that's been in chambers with a judge where the husband wasn't there. Now, as a man, though, I would have watched the body language of my wife, and if I thought she was suggesting anything revealing, I'd have gotten fucking pissed off. Now, I know this language that you're only supposed to use respectful language in the judge's court. Pooch. I thought about my corporation. Every employee and volunteer is given a list of words that is appropriate and is not appropriate. Pooch. Did she was. Oh, well, let's say you find the word fuck offensive. I don't. I think that most people actually use it in their their language as communicating. Yes, they're not trying to be disrespectful. Oh, this says do not interrupt another. Get your point. Do not chew gum. And that you are not to use any language that the court might feel. Oh, do not yell or swear or use improper language. Does the court provide a list of words that they consider improper language? Because let's say I'm sitting there and you actually gave me notice and Heidi decided to say, well, he called me a cunt. Is that improper language? Because how do you actually communicate what a spouse says if you can't actually say what they said? Now, considering the president of the Mormon denomination being that very religious individual, obviously you can't be a president of the local Mormon ward or stake or whatever it is. If she did use that language, that's not a type of programming in the mind of Mormonism that you're a very bad man for using that word. Now, of course, she didn't mention that I didn't use any profanity for 4 years before that word was said. Because when you're trying, oh, well, what is improper? Now, I think we have a real freedom of speech problem because I think that employees should know what words are acceptable and not acceptable, and I think that all slang words that describe what another vocabulary, if I had called her a vagina, would you find that improper? Exactly what is improper language, Judge? Well, you let people say what spouses have said to them, but you don't consider that improper. Well, why don't you tell me exactly what she said, since you didn't give me notice of court hearings and I was not notified of the settlement conference hearing, and I want the audio and video of every judge's chambers in the United States of America. Now, there seems to be some hypocrisy among those as judges that if I was to say, well, she actually called me a dick, is that the same as saying she called me a penis? How? Now, I know, okay, you seem to... Why don't you give me a list of words for every court case that the court thinks is improper, or you think that it's suggesting profanity use among those that are citizens? Because if she had said cunt in your chambers to make me look bad as a father, I'm sure that Heidi has a vocabulary just as good as mine. Pooh. Now, I just want to know, what words did you listen to and what words didn't you hear? You didn't hear my words, did you? You didn't hear what I had to say. You didn't see how I was dressed. Now, as the father of 5 sons, I happen to know. I think you've been violating some freedoms of speech to be able to communicate as real people do. Now, if she did not confirm any of the court hearings, I'm going to sue you for that. If you had any private hearings with only the petitioner and not the spouse present, I would want to know if anything sexual happened between you.